plagues us. First world problems throughout the world, throughout the universe. 140 or T62A? Which one is it? For me personally, it's 100% the Object 140. Now, why would I say that when I hold the T62A in high regard? 100% I do. I think that's a fantastic machine. But you can only play one tank at a time, kind of thing. And there are plenty of evenings where I switch between these two tanks, the 140 and the T62A. And they're kind of, they're neck and neck, almost. But so many times often with me, it's like the 140, the 140, the 140. I will always kind of favour the 140 over the T62A. And my T62A, I have, I think 130 games played, whilst my Object 140, I had 350 games played. So, and what are the kind of main differences? I mean, the T62A has fantastic turret armor, no doubt, and the Object 140 has, you know, pretty decent turret armor, but the T62A has better gun handling. It's just a touch more accuracy, better accuracy, a touch better aim time, but it's just a touch. It's just a touch. It's just a touch. That's all that it is, you know. And the turret traverse is better on the T62A. I think the track traverse is as well, but just a touch as well. It's just a touch, and but the Object 140 has one more degree of gun depression, and that's just one more degree. And that's having said that, it's only 6. It's not like it's 8 or 9 or 10. But it just makes it more capable, just enough, you know. I think when you hit 5, it's kind of unworkable in a lot of situations and on a lot of terrain, the tank. But 6, 7, then it's kind of, yeah, we're getting there kind of thing. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's heaven and earth between these two when it comes to the gun depression, even though it's just 1 degree and that's it. And but the big major thing for me personally, is speed. You know, it's all about speed. I mean, I've been playing my light tanks this year quite a bit in preparation for the wheeled vehicles, and this game has turned into, you know, Rocket League, and then some with the Vanguard, and then some when the wheeled vehicles come into play. And a lot of times, you know, I hate to say it, you know, speed is king in this game. Even though we're talking about tanks, and nobody associates speed, high speed, with tanks. And the Object 140 gets 5 kilometers more than the T62A, so it just makes it so much more flexible. As a package, it's just like, it's almost like the perfect medium tank in my personal opinion. And my opinion is to be kind of listened to, because I've played them all. You know, I'm not fantastic, I'm not great in them all, but I've played them all. And I think with the medium tanks in this game, I did the smart thing. Honestly, I did the smart thing. With the TDs in this game, I did the dumbest thing ever, which is I went for the most OP tank in the game first, which was the Death Star, and everything after that was a letdown. You know, everything was not a letdown, but when you kind of compared it to the Death Star, and 100%, you know, the Death Star isn't some kind of fantastic, amazing machine. It's just when it works, it's great. And nothing kind of compares. But you know, you have lots of crap games in the Death Star as well. But and the lights, they're kind of the lights and all of that jazz. And the heavies, it's not really kind of this one's better than that one. They're all situational. Apart from the latest ones, you know, the Super Conk and the Chieftain, those are, you know, like I mentioned before, they're kind of tier 11, super heavy, amazing super tanks, etc., etc. But what I'm trying to say is, like, with the mediums, I did it right. I started with, you know, the American mediums, then I moved on to the Brits, then I moved on to, I've got to clue, the French, the bad chat, and every time STB1, you know, and every time I would unlock a tier 10 medium, I'd be like, oh, this is a fantastic, amazing machine. But little did I know that, you know, the next one that I would get would be even better, and then even better, and even, you know, and I left the Soviet mediums for some reason on the back burner. I kept on putting it on the back burner. I'll do those eventually for some reason, and they are the best. And I've, you know, I have saved the best for last, and because of that, I don't know, there's such a fondness for medium tanks with me, and every time I would get a medium tank, I remember getting the STB1 and going, this is such a good machine, if only it could do this, and if only it could do that. Well, the Soviet mediums, you know, there's your answer, you know, and especially the Object 140. You know, it does so much. It has speed, mobility, it has armor, it has a great gun, it has just all of these things, and I'm really praising this tank, and it's just a great tank, and you just kind of waiting for the penny to drop though, you know, because it's like you're tweaking these tanks and those tanks and this tank, and it's like, will they ever nerf these things? And if they do, oh, flip it hell, you know, then yeah, okay, let's just remove the fun factor altogether. I don't know. Am I really good in these tanks? I'm always asking myself this. Am I really good in these tanks because my stats are decent, or are they just OP machines? And I think it's just a bit of both. But anyhow, the Object 140, it's a great machine. Let's commentate on some gameplay, shall we? Okay, we are on airfield and tier 10 matchup. I always say that. And we have come here to wreck. We have come here to destroy. We have come here to own everybody and everything. Absolutely. We're going to do what tier 10 machines do, which is we're going to go to the center and we're going to be sniping initially. We're going to be taking opportunistic pot shots at people, shooting in between reloads, doing crazy banana things that medium tanks do, which this tank does even more so, and in spades, because it's the Object 140. Absolutely 100%. So let's take a look. Is anybody joining us? Is anybody supporting us? I would say there's just like a 10% less confidence, I would say, than when I'm in a T62A in the beginning stages of the game. In the end stages of the game, it's kind of different. I'm much more confident, you know, because there's less opponents, and I'm quick and I'm fast and I'm nimble and all of that jazz. So we're good to go. So we're heading up here to the ledge. What do we see? STI or ST1, depending on how you pronounce it. We low roll for 289 or 98. No. Artie is in play, but I should be safe. Depending on where Artie is, I should be safe. Wait for the T49 to be driving straight, then we auto aim and we get the shot. Absolutely. This gun is very, very decent. Absolutely. Can we get a second shot? He's pulled back. He's learned his lesson, and we're good to go. Is this light tank gonna pull up here? Absolutely not. And here come the heavies behind me. We're gonna switch to compass mode in just a second. We're taking a look at what we are facing. It looks like we're gonna need some heat. Absolutely. And we don't want our proximity radar to light them up. They don't know we're here, so we're waiting for them to shoot. We can take an opportunistic quick shot. I bounce, he bounces. Keep in mind the ledge is back there, so there's two TDs in play, so you have to take that into consideration. Always put yourself in the shoes of the enemy players, where would you be if you were in artillery? Where would you be shooting? You know, around the area in front of me. If you're in a TD, where would you be? I would be back there yonder. You know, so there you go. There's a. I'm guessing it's a TD back there. So always, and there's Artie trying to shoot me, but it's a kind of like a tough shot. He can splash me most probably, but he's not going to pen me. You know, so because if Artie were to pen me, he must really one-shot me. So we're good to go. Waiting for the Amex to take his shot. And there we go. Now we can roll out confidently and get a shot into him. No problemo. But keep in mind, this is, I'm guessing, TDs back there behind him. Accurate TDs. Well, there's only one TD in play, but still. He's taking his shot. Let's go again. And yes, something was shooting at us. I'm not sure what that was. Looking at my hit points. Perhaps it's not a TD. But anyway, there's something back there. There's shit back there, basically. AMX is getting pretty cheesed off. We don't care. And we just, like I said, opportunistic shots. Later on, we're going to get into trouble. AMX gets taken out, which is fantastic. It was a Conqueror. There you go. It was a Conqueror in the back yonder. Now this area is sort of kind of clear. It's 64. We switch back to the square map to give us complete situational awareness of what's going on in the battle fully. And now I need to make a dash here real quick if I'm going to drop down, because you know the Conqueror is in play. There's a nice pen into the side of his turret. I'm still kind of wary, you know, is there a TD back there? Where is he? What else is back there? Because you know, you get not just TDs back there, you get a Conqueror, you get some, and all, at the end of the day they all have guns, they can all shoot, even if they are potato, tomato, you know, players, whatever. So, and we don't want that anyhow. So failing here against the Conqueror, we get a bounce. I've switched back to regular ammo. I'm not a big fan of the premium ammo on the the TD, the king of TDs. Well, sort of, kind of. The waffle is back there. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of premium ammo in my medium tanks. In my my TDs, I will liberally use premium ammo in my heavies, yes, but not a big fan. It's never really needed, because if you're doing your job, you don't really need it. You know, you're sneaking up on people, taking pot shots at people, you're flanking them, you're doing the ring of death and all of this jazz, and etc, etc. So we're up to 2.5k damage, and there's only 4 opponents left. We know 2 of them are to my right, and I'm guessing the remaining 2 are to my left. But the thing is, you know, I'm rolling right in between them. So, and yeah, there you go. It's the SDI from earlier, and he bounces off me as I angle. At the same time, I'm kind of pooing myself, because that's a lot of tanks, and there's 1 tank behind me as well. So I'm using a rock as cover, and he drops down. We get a nice shot into him. Still attempting to use the rock and the M103 as cover, and we take him out quick. And he gets a shot into me. We angle. All he does is track me there, and we're good to go here. I'm confident. I'm pulling back, looking, can this guy help me? Is he on his way? 277. My camo values are kind of kicking in here, and the foliage in front of me, they might have a weak crew at the same time. All I can do is kind of keep him in place there. I'm kind of worried because there's a waffle right behind me, and he was on a serious amount of hit points. Considering my options, what to do. No, there's nothing there. He's pulled back all the way. And then the question is, do I go for the SDI? Or do I go for the waffle? If I go for the SDI, then the waffle might get me. I'm listening. Is he firing? Is he not firing? Has he fired all his shots? So I decide the medium kind of takes on the STI. I think he gets a shot into me. Yes. And I'm left to 57 on 57 hit points. Auto aim into the Waffles tracks. He's firing. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You might have an auto loading gun, but I have a quick firing medium gun. So sod you. And we're doing good work. We're doing good work. I was not sure here how he fired all these shots, but either way, you're dead, buddy. So we're on 5k damage. Almost 6k damage combined. And just a really great machine, you know. Moves, hustles, has armor, good gun, all of the above. Ticks a lot of boxes. And with the deal with the object for 30 is it just has a 5-second reload in a nutshell. You know, that's the big draw about the object 430 over this thing. But yeah, this one has more positive stuff, but the one thing it doesn't have is a 5-second reload, you know, like the object 430. So anyhow, so we did good work there. We did fantastic work there. We took on a lot of people. We took them out to dinner, and we didn't call them the next day, so we're good to go. You know what I mean. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've really rambled in this vid, so hope you're enjoying all these vids, the Soviet mediums. Take it easy, guys. Adios, muchachos.